report comes out yesterday that the Chiefs are fine with their running back situation, but they are looking into defensive line options. And now you have a defensive line option, right? You're looking at defensive line options, but then your guy you drafted early in this game, he gets hurt. Omarr Norman-Lott, which we've seen him in and out, right? The ankle injuries during the offseason, and then he was out last week, and then or he's been out a few times already. But then you have and then you have this whole thing pop up here with Omarr Norman-Lott being out. So do they go back to Will as far as trying to sign somebody, or do they like what they see in the practice squad guys, Roderick Martin, or do they bring in Christian Wilkins? You look to the trade market for defensive tackle, because most teams don't trade their good defensive tackles, right? I mean, the Derek Notties of the world are the ones who are traded, not anyone of a high impact. Although I would love to bring Mike Pennell back. That's one I would love to. And I saw Chris Jones this week was making a play and trying to recruit the Chiefs to go do that, which I'd be kind of mad about. I'd love it to bring Pennell back, but I'd also be mad in the fact that we had him on our team in the first place. Why the heck were you having to trade assets to bring him back? But that's neither here nor there. But for me, we talked about Christian Wilkins a couple weeks ago. I think now might be as good as ever to kick the tires on that to see, because it's we're gonna be week 8 next week. So it's okay, he should be recovering from that Jones fracture coming up here now. So what do you make of the Omarr Norman-Lott injury mixed in with the report that came out yesterday of trying to bring in defensive line options?
I think if we were interested in a D tackle yesterday, then we are super interested in a D tackle today after Norman-Lott's injury. That interest was pre-Norman-Lott injury, so it goes to show you what we're probably thinking now. I don't think Martin or even Pennell would help, because Norman-Lott's not that kind of D tackle. He's a shoot the gap penetrating pass rushing D tackle, and those are even harder to find, which is why we drafted one in the second round. So they wouldn't really fix that. I don't know what kind of D tackle they were looking for before this. If they were trying to upgrade Nottie for the run stuffing, or they were trying to just get more pass rush from the interior. But yeah, I think you'd have to start looking outward to bring someone in, whether it's trade or whether it's signing somebody. They don't grow on trees, but it is coming to the point now where teams are going to start firing guys, and you're going to get new GMs in there who aren't tied to certain players and who want to free up the cap and who want to free up, get more draft picks and build their own team. So you're going to start to see, guys available who might not be available as teams are just falling apart out there. Like I said before you got on, I think 4 to 5 players, 4 to 5 quarterbacks are benched today. It shows you how bad this week was for a lot of teams. I would love Jeffrey Simmons barbershop. That is not happening. In fact, the Titans said the 2 players on their team that are off limits are Simmons and Ward. So everyone else you can get from the Titans except for those 2. So wow. That's not happening. They're not, they're dumb. They're not that dumb. So yeah, Jeffrey Simmons would be incredible. I mean, but I think we do. And me and Wilkins, I'm fine kicking the tires on that, giving it a try.
I mean, look, 2 years ago, the guy was the number 2 defensive tackle in that free agency class. It was Chris Jones and Christian Wilkins.
He was a consolation prize to signing to getting Jones.
And he's still young too, so it's bring him in. I mean, if everything kind of checks out with everything that went on in the locker room with the Raiders and stuff, Veach, man, you're not paying this guy a lot of money. Just bring him on, dude, for a 1-year prove-it deal. I mean, that's it. You're bringing him on for half a year, essentially. So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. And even now, when you start trading for guys, you prorate that contract rate. It only comes by however many games are left in the season. So we wouldn't be taking on as much salary, even if a guy does have it. We don't have any money, really, right? So I don't know. Yeah, I would think a Wilkins signing would make sense, given that I don't know how much he's going to ask for, and I'm sure he knows how good he'd look on our D line next to Jones.
And it goes to 1974. Phillips from Miami might be a shot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, right? Because we'd love the edge rush push, but again, I think with if Omarr Norman-Lott's injury is bad, it also takes the emphasis off the edge. Like, okay, we really need to find another defensive tackle because we can't go Nottie next to Chris Jones all season long. Because I mean, JD shouted out Nottie for a few clips from last week's game, but for the most part, the clips aren't They're not the best, right? That's why we shouted out some of the positivity we saw because we don't see a lot from Noddy. So it's more like you need if L&L is out for a long period of time, you need to go find another defensive tackle. So Wilkins might be. I mean, that the reason why I like Wilkins so much, obviously the potential's there because we know what he was just 2 years ago before the injury, is the fact that we're not trading any assets, right? Because those other guys, we had to trade assets. We had to trade 6th-round picks. The draft picks that we love day 3, we love Veach sniping in the 6th and 7th round. Those are going to be gone if you trade for those. And honestly, bringing in a guy for a 6th or 7th round pick, I don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I think Christian Wilkins as just a pickup is a much better deal than having to trade an asset for somebody. You don't have to trade an asset, and I think that's huge.
What if you can get Calais Campbell for a late pick?
I'd be in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be in.
I mean,
he's
probably on one of his last years. He'd love to have a ring, right? He only went to one Super Bowl his rookie season, and he lost that Arizona-Pittsburgh one.
He was on that team?
Yeah, it was rookie season.
Damn, he's been around for a long time, man.
I know.
Holy crap.
I know. It's crazy. So I'm sure he'd love to get a shot and one last, run, right?
For sure.
Put him on him and Jones in the interior, dude. Come on. And he can still, he wasn't what he was, but he's not a slouch at run defense, and he can still get after the quarterback, man.
He's a difference.
He can still do it all.
Yeah. He's not a naughty type of guy. I mean, he's a real difference maker.
Yeah, yes. He's how you want Chris Jones to age.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
And it's a guy you can play. We like versatility. It's a guy you can play defense at tackle and D end. You can do a little bit of both.
Yeah,
still even at his age.
Yeah. And I don't think it would take once Arizona's out. What are they doing with Campbell's on a building block? He's not. I don't even think his salary's that big. So
but I was under the impression that he signed with the Arizona because that he wanted to end his career where it started.
I get it, but half the year, if they approach him like, "Hey, man, I know you want to be here. We love it. We love having you here. We're not trying to get rid of you. Would you be open to a trade to Kansas City?" At that point, I have 2 more months of football. Am I going to do that? Losing? Am I going to do that? Am I going to go for 3 months of football and try to win a championship on a team? I don't know, man. I think why not? I think you have a why not in there, right?
Yeah.
See what his contract is.
Yeah,
he would be an ideal guy to go for. His contract was a 1 year, 5.5.
And he's healthy, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So
you're talking about him for half the season, something like $2 million, around $2.5 million would be his rest of the year hit. That's what you go. Damn, he's turning 40. That is so impressive. For a D lineman to stay good till 40 is incredible. But yeah,
it's impressive for sure at that age. So yeah, and obviously, I think at his age, I think he wouldn't mind going to the Chiefs to compete for a ring at the end. I mean, but I guess that would be my argument as to why you just sign with a team like that in the get go, then, right? You just went right back to the team you wanted to end your career with, that where you started with. I don't know.
Yeah.
Justin Blackwell, Chase Young from NOLA. Yeah, but my hesitation with him is injuries, and that's my only hesitation with Chase Young. I would hate to get a guy, then he's injured the next week, and it's okay, well, we're right back in the same rut. And because he's had problems with injuries throughout his whole career. It didn't look the best the way they had it. And also, too, let's get a Cart on the field. Why do we have Pat coming on there to help him off the field? If I am any mad about anything from this game, is get a Cart on the field to take the guy off the cart. I don't want to see number 15 coming out there and putting 300-pound guys on his shoulder, which I love that Pat is the guy doing that because this guy, somebody he cares about his team because it is his team. But geez, why is he the one coming out there and putting guys on his shoulder, take them off the field? Get the medical staff in there, get the cart there, and take them out. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.